Going on, everyone? I'm Corey. Welcome back to Offbeat Motors. Today we're going to be working on the Gladiator, and more specifically going to be installing the Badlands Apex winch. Previous video I installed the Mopar bumper that I bought used along with the winch plate, so I've already got that. Just go over a couple of things which make it look a little different. I installed these from Oracle, and I also installed some lights up top here. Those are Auxbeams, 4-inch pod lights. And to run those lights and these lights, I also off camera installed the Auxbeam control box. So this is a standalone fuse box system for itself, and up in here is the actual switch panel itself. So just a quick rundown of that. I ended up running the wires for this box right up in through here, through this panel, and I actually tilted the windshield down and ran it right up under the windshield. So then I ran it all the way down through the dash, right up and through here. I took all this apart so I could run it up here behind the radio and up through the dash. I actually ended up drilling a hole through the underneath all this through the dash pad so I could fish the line from the switch panel itself through to connect it to the fuse panel box that I installed. And I have it just mounted right up to what is this, a Bulletpont. So it worked out nicely right there. For the lights, these lights, they come with all sorts of wiring. Let's see if I still have it all. Yeah, right here. It came with its own switch, relay, everything that you needed to install it on its standalone system. But I wired it into the fuse panel box. So because I did that, I eliminated all this. And I just used the wires coming, 2 wires coming from each light, ran them down, connected them, and then ran them into the box so that they're joined together. This is the circuit breaker that runs the system. Didn't really have a nice place to mount it, so I just made this bracket right here, and it's suspended. It works and does its job. So first thing I got to do is I got to get everything unboxed here. Once I get that unboxed, then we're going to take the bumper off, and we're going to start installing the winch once we get the bumper off. The lines, or not the lines, but the power and ground cable, I'm just going to run it up here behind the grill area. I'm going to bring it up through here, and I will bring it along probably right around and through here, and then we can connect it to the positive and negative right there. So first things first, I'm going to get that all unboxed. Okay, so I removed the air box already because I was trying to plan out how I'm going to run the wires and the switch. I checked, it's going to clear over there. It's just loosely put up over there right now. I'm going to run the wires through here. That's why I removed the air box. Like I said, it's going to come up through the grill and then over, snake through here and up under there, connected to that, and then another wire, positive wire, will go to the positive terminal, and the negative will come over to the negative terminal. So I got everything unboxed. There's the winch itself and everything that comes with it, minus the switch. Now, I am not going to be removing this control box and mounting it someplace else. It's all going to stay there. So some of this stuff is not going to be used. Mainly this, and this. Yeah, so this already has the positive wire on it. Here's the negative that we're going to run from the back of the winch up to the negative battery terminal. This is going to go inside the truck because it connects the remote to the winch. If you're using it wired, it is a wireless remote. And then this is the jumper that's going to go right there. So we're going to take the bumper off. Alright, let's set this off to the side. Okay, so I'm just trying to mock up the winch before I start bolting anything in, and I've discovered a problem. It's hitting the grill. This line is right here. So I was thinking maybe I will do a remote mount for this junction box, and then I got thinking about it. I don't really have a place to put it because the airbox got to go back in here, so that's not going to work. And I don't know, so I think my only option is to cut the grill. These grills are pretty cheap anyway, so you can find them anywhere. So I guess I'm gonna cut right down there just so I get some access. And the ground isn't going to be a problem. That's below the grill. So it's just this. That's the problem. So I guess I'm going to have to do that. Okay, so what I did is I just notched it out, and it's going to fit right through there. So it'll allow me to slide the grill down. And it comes up to right about here, so it's got plenty of space around it too in case it's, you know, for any type of movement. Looks a little weird, obviously, not the greatest, but like I said, these grills you can find a dime a dozen anyways. And once this is all the way down, you're not going to see this anyway, so it doesn't matter. So, and I did have to cut one of the clips off right there, but it's all right. It'll work. It'll do. So now what I got to do is just pull that back off. We're going to put the nuts in the bottom that go into the slots right here, and then we're going to start bolting this on loosely, and then we're going to start running the positive and the negative right up through here and over. So these are the 4 bolts that are going to mount from underneath through the winch plate and into the winch. There are square nuts, which I already put in here, go into these slots right here. Now this is the bottom. I just got tipped on the side. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put all the rest of the other 4 bolts in as soon as and like I said, I'm just going to put them in loosely. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and start running the cables. Like I said, I'm going to run it right up under here. So we got our positive, we got our cable, negative cable. So I'm going to run the negative first and then connect it to the back of the winch, and then we'll run the positive one. Okay, so it's real easy to fish the wire up through there with the air box out. It doesn't take much to get it out anyways. So now the ground wire I'm going to run through here, and the excess is going to be stuffed over there, and it's going to come back around to connect up to the negative post over here. Okay, and that will connect right up to there. In pretty much the same fashion, we're going to run the positive. The difference is it's not going to go straight to the terminal, it's going to go to the shutoff. So I'm going to run it straight through underneath all this. And it's going to come up right here and into the box here. And like I said, this is just mocked up. I got to get a bracket and stuff for that. And then it's going to come out on this side and right along here and up to here. All right, I'm gonna have to come up with a new plan because it is not working now that I got the negative cable up through here. I can't get the positive as well. So just gonna do a little look around and see if there's another spot I can snake it up through. Might be able to do it right here. Okay, that worked. Was able to bring it right up through here. So I'll probably take a zip tie or something, bring it off to the side here so it's not constantly rubbing on the condenser here. I think that might work. Before I finalize that, I'm going to grab the grill and make sure that's good to go. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. Okay, 5/8. Go ahead and tighten these up. Or this is 9/16. 9/16. Cover. Pop that back on. Okay. Tape on the back holds it in, works wonders. I think when I put the air box back in, I'm going to run the positive this way. So it's going to be held. I'm going to test fit first, and then I'm going to put some zip ties just to hold it in place as well, just to make sure she's not going to go anywhere and rub on anything. And I'll do the same thing for the negative. So let me go ahead and turn the camera off and I'll go and do all that. Okay, sorry if the audio is different. The wireless mic died. I guess I forgot to charge it. So anyways, so I got the air box back in. I have not connected the wires to the battery yet. What I did with the positive wires, I zip tied it right to the support from here to here, and it's not going to go anywhere. So that should be good to go. Got to zip tie this wire right here, just, you know, so it doesn't move around, something like that. I'll figure that out. But we're about ready to bolt down the winch finally, and then we can start putting the bumper on. Still gotta cut that. Let me do that right now, actually. Okay. We gotta put the fair lead on the bumper, which is right here. We'll put that on before we put the bumper on. Otherwise you won't be able to get to the back side of it. So yeah, so let's go ahead and tighten the winch. Okay, that's all good to go. Now let's go ahead and make our connections up here. And before we put the bumper on, we'll grab the remote and we'll just test and make sure everything's working good. Pull it right down. So I forgot to record this, but for the connections I bought these pieces right here. Came as a kit. I got them off of Amazon. I'll put a link down in the description for them. They just bolt on, and it gives you extra ports so you can make extra connections like I did here. But it'll be an affiliate link, so if you buy one, I get like 3 cents, so whatever. And some of you probably noticed this is disconnected, it's been cut. I did that to eliminate the stop-start portion, or this actually goes down to the auxiliary battery. I actually have the stop-start tasered out because I did end up getting a taser. But this was for the aux battery. When it went dead, it took out this battery, and I put in a battery from a diesel. It was a little bit bigger, fits right in there. So, but yeah, that's how I connected them. Okay, moment of truth. Got everything connected. I just plugged in the remote. Let's turn the system on. Got a light on there. Wireless is off. We are engaged. And you really should have the vehicle running when you're doing this because it takes a lot of power, can kill your battery pretty quick. But that was just a quick test, so I wasn't too worried about it. Okay, got the air box all back in. Next thing we're going to do is the grill. Let's go ahead and do the grill. So I'll be back once I get the grill back on. Okay, now we gotta put the fair lead on. Each one gets a washer and a lock washer. And the nut. Okay, bumper is fully on and it fits. I did notice that right here, this lever, we're going to bring it over to free spool, it just touches here, so I'm going to figure out something there. Take a sledgehammer to it, bend it down maybe a little bit, or trim this piece off. Not sure yet, but we'll figure that out when the time comes. So all the bolts are tight, grill's back on, battery box, or not the battery box, that's all done, that's done. Okay, so the last thing got left to do is put the skid plate back on and attach this bad boy. So let's do the skid plate. And I got to change the battery, or the Okay, and I realized I forgot to record an outro. So there's the winch all set up. Haven't used it yet. I did go off-roading since putting it on, but I didn't need it, so that was good. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, got something out of it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that stuff, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.